Hello YouTube. I think this video is going to be called It's a Runner. It's the draft version of my metric version of the steam engine. So I wanted to build one off camera before starting to do a series on how I built it and how you can build one as well. I think it came out quite okay. I'm happy with it at least. 5 head bolts just for the sake of beauty. I find this looking much better than 4, although this one here slightly interferes with the steam hole, but it's not a problem. The engine still runs, as you will see shortly. Yeah. Actually, I wanted to build one off camera because I was pretty sure I was going to make a lot of mistakes and run into a lot of issues, which I wanted to have a solution for before I started to do a video series on this. Yeah, I guess you say now, well, then let it run. Okay, I'll give it a try. I'm using for this, let me turn the camera a bit. So that's basically the pump I'm using. It's from an old refrigerator. I'm zooming out a bit, like so. I'll turn it on. Now these things, they do not deliver a lot of air. Oh. Reset the camera, 1 second. I think this is a nice focus. Okay. So it's not producing a lot of air, although if you keep it shut it does build up quite a lot of pressure, but that's not really necessary here. It just delivers air through this tiny hose, and in order to start the engine running I'm even going to smother it a bit. So piston just beyond top dead center. I'm attaching the air hose and there it goes. And this is really a tiny amount of air and it runs already quite fast, but what pleases me most is that it can also run very slowly. In order to do that I'm smothering the air intake of the pump, and it's really amazing how slow this thing runs. You see? I think the slowness is due to the fact that I made it with a 1" or 25mm stroke. That gives it a longer power stroke and hence also a bit more momentum to swing through. At least that's what I think is the case here, but it's really great how slow it runs. You see, and now I'm almost completely smothering the pump, so it runs on virtually no pressure. Now I'm releasing. It's picking up a bit again. still with the piece of cloth over the intake of the pump, so it's smothered. And if I give it a bit more air, come on, not too much, then you start shaking. It was the flywheel was a gift by Harold from the Red Hat Amateur Redneck Workshop. Thank you, Harold. This is what I made with it, and I'm really very happy with this great flywheel. It's a nice heavy chunk of lead, exactly what I needed for this project. And I have two more, so I'm going to use another one in the engine that I built in my mini series. Okay, I think this was about it. If there is anything you want to know, then leave a comment. Yeah, and what shall I say? Take care.